So today we are assembling the Hermes line. First thing you're going to want to do after you take everything out of the box, you're going to want to cut the zip tie that is holding down the handlebar. We're going to go ahead and install the handlebar right now. Make sure all these cables are on the outside of the bike. Also make sure that your brakes are facing to the front. Now we're going to tighten it. This screw in the front is so we can adjust the angle of the handlebar. You're going to find the angle that you like. Try to make sure that there is the same amount of rigid space here and on the other side, so it's as centered as possible. And we're going to tighten it once you find the spot that you like. Now we're going to add the front fender. Gonna have to disconnect the brakes. You're gonna want this little lobe right here. You're gonna want it in the front. Then we're gonna get the light with the screw that it came with. 10mm nut. Gonna pass it all the way through. And we're gonna go ahead and tighten that. We're going to use a 4mm Allen key for the front, 10mm socket for the back. Make sure the fender is all the way up. I want the least amount of space in between the fork and the fender. Now we're gonna flip the bike over. Now that the bike is flipped over, we can go ahead and connect the legs of the two here. Make sure that this is to the top side if the bike were to be standing up straight. If it's upside down, make sure that it's facing towards the bottom. Now we're going to add the front tire. Since the bike is upside down, you're gonna want these arrows facing towards the inside of the bike, towards the crank. Over here, you're gonna have this washer with a little leg, and there's gonna be a hole right in the middle. You're gonna put that little leg inside that hole, and then the flat washer is gonna go right on top of this one, if it comes with a flat washer. We're gonna hand tighten both sides, and then we're gonna grab our 15mm wrench, and we are going to tighten one side a little bit, then a little bit on the other, then a little bit on the other. Go back and forth until it's fully tight. And now we're gonna flip the bike over, and we're going to attach the brakes. Make sure that this line is inside there. That metal piece should be inside this one. Now that we have that connected, we have the brakes. Now we're gonna go on to the pedal. Make sure you tighten the pedal, you turn it clockwise. Once you hand tighten it, we're gonna grab a 15mm wrench, and we're gonna finish off tightening it. And your Hermes is now assembled.